Some of you may have wondered, who wrote the Family Proclamation? Well, in 2017, Elder Dallin H. Oaks kind of told us.
In 1995, a president of the church and 14 other apostles of the Lord issued these important doctrinal statements. As one of only 7 of those apostles still living, I feel obliged to share what led to the Family Proclamation for the information of all who consider it. The inspiration identifying the need for a proclamation on the family came to the leadership of the church over 23 years ago. It was a surprise to some who thought the doctrinal truths about marriage and the family were well understood without reinstatement.
Okay, so as we've already established, the reason they felt the need for this document is because there did not exist in Mormonism a set of consistent standards on basically any of these topics. So that's the main reason why it was needed. But let's keep going.
Nevertheless, we felt the confirmation and we went to work. Subjects were identified and discussed by members of the Quorum of the 12 for nearly a year.
Okay, so the 12 apostles are discussing and identifying subjects for nearly a year.
Language was proposed, reviewed, and revised.
Wait, who was proposing, reviewing, and revising this language? He didn't say specifically that it was the 12. I think Oaks intentionally left out the who, so that he didn't have to say that it was actually the lawyers from Curtin and McConkie. The Family Proclamation was created because it was an amicus curiae brief that was submitted in the Bear versus Lewin case in the Hawaii Supreme Court. So it makes sense that the people he's discussing in this case are the lawyers.
Prayerfully, we continually pleaded with the Lord for his inspiration on what we should say and how we should say it. We all learned line upon line, precept upon precept, as the Lord has promised. During this revelatory process, a proposed text was presented to the First Presidency, who oversee and promulgate church teachings and doctrine.
According to Elder Oaks, the revelatory process in Mormonism is that the 12 apostles get together with the Curtin and McConkie lawyers, they discuss how something should be, and work on it for nearly a year, and then present it to the First Presidency.
After the presidency made further changes, the proclamation on the family was announced by the president of the church, Gordon B. Hinckley.
In furthering this revelatory process, after the First Presidency receives this new doctrine or document, they make further changes, and then the prophet presents it to the membership of the church. I was taught that the revelatory process in Mormonism is that God speaks to the prophet, and the prophets speak to the apostles, and they in turn teach the doctrines to the membership of the church. But apparently that is incorrect. Revelation in Mormonism comes from their lawyers.